I've been to Amerton Farm. In fact, I did a whole show from there around about 15 years ago. When I was there then, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a steam engine sort of track or any sort of service like that. I mean, Chris, you can perhaps correct me, can't you, Chris?
Yeah, I certainly can. We've actually been there since July 1992. It was a bit smaller back then, but we've expanded since. We're now a full 1 mile circuit that goes around the site. But yeah, we've been there for a good while.
You must have not been working that day I was on then, because I remember walking around the farm and particularly getting stuck in the delicatessen where I tried lovely pies, a bit of cheese, nice bit of ham, and washed down with a small glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah, it's a great little place. We've got the farm next door who sort of bring a bit of a customer base to us, really, because, I mean, our main focus is families and teaching young children about the heritage of Staffordshire's locomotive manufacturing and its railways in general.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about Amerton Steam Train. Was it actual track? Did it connect out to branch lines, etc., or was it just purely for the...
No, so it's actually 2-foot gauge, which means between the wheels is 2 feet, about 600 mil, 610 mil. And what that is an industrial gauge. So the engines we've got are all sort of oriented around coal mines or quarrying in the case of our main engine, Isabel, which is running on Sunday. So they were used to get around sites which is quite hard to move big engines around. So they're pretty much half size. But we started off originally in a field with nothing there. Stafford Borough Council had Isabel on display outside Stafford Railway Station when she was retired from the quarry. And she was built in 1897,
wow.
So she was getting on a bit by then. And it was thought of a plan to restore her and run her somewhere. Our charity sort of was set up around that time to arrange this. And what resulted was Amerton Railway being built for Isabel, 123 years old, to carry on steaming away for children and families to enjoy.
She's a lovely looking engine as well, all green and red. Did you have any sort of hand in in the restoration at all, in any shape?
I definitely didn't. I've only really been there for 12 years now, so quite a while, but not too long. 8 years even. 8 years I've been there. But it's very much a team effort. It's all been done by volunteers right from the beginning. The railway was built by volunteers. Even our sheds were built by volunteers. We wholly rely on the fact that we have a volunteer workforce with us. And if you want to volunteer, let us know.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic little place, all built by volunteers. And it's one of those things where we have to... Basically, we have to keep it going. We can't let it die because it's heritage, it's our history.
Absolutely.
So there's a good driven workforce behind it to look after the place.
And if you haven't taken your kids on a steam locomotive, you've got to, because it's such an experience. I took my 2 little girls on steam train a couple of years ago, and they were like, whoa, what is this? Because it is an experience for them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the sights, it's the sounds, the smells, the whistle, it's totally different.
So you haven't run since, when COVID happened, you haven't run since then. Is this your first sort of venture back out now?
It is. So we were open this weekend just gone, which was sort of a trial to make sure all of our COVID protection stuff was in place. We've done loads of little things. All our volunteers have worked really hard over the past few weeks to change the site enough to let us have passengers come back and safely travel on our trains. We're fogging them. And we're disinfecting all the surfaces. We put hand sanitizer everywhere to make sure people can still come, which is really important. And, I mean, we've really struggled. Obviously, we've had no income. We've had some very generous donations and a grant of £10,000 from Stafford Borough Council, which has been really essential in helping us keep going. But thankfully, we've been lucky. We've been able to reopen. We've been able to get all the resources needed to get started. And thankfully, we've got a good volunteer team who've put together the site in a way which can be used. And we're excited to start running steam engines this weekend.
Brilliant. I mean, in a time when you can't do very, very much indeed, it's quite exciting to be able to do that, isn't it? Do you have to book?
Absolutely.
Do you have to book to get on?
No, so there's no booking needed. But basically, it's turn up on site. We've got a queuing system all set up so we can be distanced but still wait for the train safely. And then you can hop on, and it's a mile round trip. We've got a really nice picnic area, which is fairly new, that we built up at the top. So you can bring a picnic along for your lunch and, sit out in the sun, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And then you can come back, and it's a nice little trip. It's not too long. I think you're on the train, if you stay on and didn't get off at the picnic area, it's only about a 10-minute trip. But
yeah, it's nice. Just enough, isn't it, for the kids? First departure's 11:30, is it?
It is indeed, yes. First departure in the morning, 11:30. And yeah, it's pretty good. I've been volunteering there for 8 years now. I previously have been an IT guy, so the chance of doing something a bit different is fantastic. And getting back and not being stuck at a desk and being able to play with trains and get out there and do something different is pretty good.
Well, Chris, thanks for taking the time out this evening to tell us all about it. You take care of yourself, mate.
No, we really appreciate it. Thank you. And if I may plug our Facebook and website, so
yes,
if you want to
go
find
ahead.
us on Facebook, you can reach us. It's at Amerton Railway, or our website is just amertonrailway.co.uk. And all the information about when we're running and how to find us, everything you could possibly want to know is on there. We'd absolutely love to see you.
Thank you, Chris. You have a good evening, mate.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
See you later.